Right, hello people, how are we doing? It is about 3 hours until the abnormals will be appearing on the Steam market, and what we have is 5 abnormals for today. We have the Blue Lotus box, we have the JPEG hoodie and pants, and then we have the pizza bandana and the poncho. Very nice, but what are we going to do in terms of prices? Because right now, prices are kind of inflated at the moment. Post Christmas, of course, has a lot of momentum. Loads of people have been throwing money at Steam Market, Steam skins, Rust skins. Yeah, you get the idea. So basically, yeah, a lot of the skins at the moment quite highly priced. And what we did not see was that many sales in terms of like overall. But we do have problems with the likes of the JPEG clothing, so we'll talk more about that in a bit. Let's start off talking about the Blue Lotus box. So when I immediately saw this, I instantly noticed that there wasn't any box skins below $2. Well, it turns out there are now. There's 3. However, during the best time right now, post-Christmas, the best time to sell your skins, they're all in the positive, mostly. Like, there's literally just 2 in the negative below their Rustore price. Every other one above their Rustore price. Looking very nice. Looking very nice. However, here is the question that you need to ask yourself. If you were to actually buy these Blue Lotus boxes, when would you want to sell? Would you want to hold on to them until next year? Post-Christmas time for 2023, 2024, and then sell them for maybe a lot of money? Basically, there's one skin that I noticed immediately that's probably a great thing to compare this with, and that's the Ice Small box. So let's go take a look at when the Ice Small box came out. Oh, literally at the beginning of 2022. So basically, the position of when this appeared is very similar to the position of when this appeared. So this came out literally a year ago, and it sold for $22,500, selling for $1.99, and it reached a peak just last week of just under $5. So yeah, let's get a good look at that. $5, wonderful. So that's looking pretty good. The amount of sales that this has had, the time that this has come out, is looking to be the exact same as that Ice Small box. That's looking pretty interesting, isn't it? So, knowing that, seeing that bit of context there, it's got me thinking that this is looking to be very, very nice at the moment. Now, there's also an extra bit of context. Apparently, people have been asking the skin creator, are you going to be making more Blue Lotus skins? And yeah, we need a continuation. He says, thanks. People are asking him, are you making a Blue Lotus large box as well? Yes. So, there you go. We kind of got confirmation there that we will see a Blue Lotus collection happening. That's good. So, with that Icebox, we know that Icebox came in a collection, didn't we? So if this Blue Lotus box also comes in a collection, and it's the first skin of the collection, that's only going to make it more valuable. So everything's lining up very nicely. So yeah, let's just go back to here real quickly. If you can remember the Icebox, it did come out as a collection there. So we could see the exact same thing happening with the likes of this. It's looking pretty good. Icebox was sideways for 1 year. yes it was. But yes, that is also something that you also need to take into consideration. So whilst it looks good in a year's time, what's this box going to look like over the course of the year when it's not post-Christmas time? So again, we need to go take a look at all of the other box skins again, and we need to take into consideration, right, so what's a good one? Again, we should just look at this. So if we go to market, what price was this throughout the year? So right now, this is selling for like $3, $3.11. Right, very good. But when you see the visual like right here, this skin was selling pretty much the exact same price it was selling for the Rustore. It was at its Rustore price for months. It was literally just the same. Just the same. It did go up a nice bit when times were good, around August, September time. But then when things were bad, it went down again. But when things were very good, post-Christmas time, it shoots all the way up. Very nice. So it's only been very good for about a month. It's been okay throughout the most of this year. Is that helpful to you? So one thing that I immediately notice is it never really went down in price that much. It was stable, but it didn't really go anywhere. So with this right now, and then I look at this, and with all the information that we just thrown out there, honestly, this is looking like something you could do as a safe buy order, at least $1.20, maybe $1.30. You could push all the way up to maybe $1. 50, 60, like even 70. This doesn't look like it's going to struggle. Yes, it had a lot of sales, but with the expectation of seeing more being added to that collection, with seeing the visual of small boxes being perfectly fine, ever since we had the buff, ever since small boxes had more slots added to it, it's got more demand to be used. The skins have got more demand to be used. Therefore, the prices are good, stable, nice, and I fully expect that Blue Lotus box with the nice glow in the dark, I think it's going to be doing all right. I wouldn't be surprised if JJ gets more skins being accepted for this potential collection. So, yes, if you were like, I just see what you said there. Anti was you sit there? You're sitting there saying, if I had to buy something, what would I buy? I've actually already bought 50 of these. Um, I've been selling so many Rust skins these past couple of weeks. I've had so many sales that I've had to buy things just to be able to continue selling things. One of the options I went with was, you know what, I'll probably just go ahead and buy some Blue Lotus boxes. I can hold on to them for a year and sell them next post-Christmas. Like, I'm fully capable of doing that. I'm happy to do that. I just needed something to hold my money currently so I could keep selling more Rust skins, and that's one of the options I went with. That's looking to be the safest thing. It doesn't look like it's going to go down in price that much. It's looking totally safe. Gentlemen, for the buy order for tonight, I'm going to sit here and say you could easily go do around $1.30 to $1.60 or 70. If you want to play it safer, go around $1.30. If you want to be a bit more riskier, go $1.70. But that right there, and with the potential future where we're going to see more skins being accepted in a collection for that, only looking even stronger for it. So yeah, I'm confident, and I've already bought 50 of them. I'm in a somewhat safe position to do that, but tonight I wouldn't be surprised if it has very strong buy order support. So now let's go talk about the JPEG hoodie and pants. So if you've seen my most recent video talking about the potential problem, that will go more in depth. So basically, I'll give you a nice brief talk. What's going wrong with the JPEG clothing? There is an excess amount that's been bought. So basically, I'm under the impression that a lot of people fully expected that we will see JPEG Tier 3 being accepted at some point in the near future. And, well, look what got submitted this week. So, yeah, everything's lining up very nicely for it. People have noticed, people bought more of these, bought more in excess. But the problem is now, when you compare the amount that, here, let me zoom in a bit more. When you compare the amount of sales these have had in comparison to the kilt, we start to notice a problem. And the best thing that I could compare this with was the Skull Killer collection that literally went through this exact same problem just a few months ago. And if you were to go look at the Skull Killer collection now, it's actually had a bit of a upswing. I'm actually quite surprised to see this. Yeah, they've actually gone up a little bit more, but for the longest time, these were struggling. These were below their rust ore price for a very long time. They're good now because it's post-Christmas. In a couple of weeks' time, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back down in price again and be the cheapest skins out of the clothing and the armour. And just to reinforce the point, Skull Killer, quantity, high quantity, lower prices, lower quantity, higher prices. Much nicer. So yes, that is what happened here. Too many sales in comparison to the original skins that came out, the original core pieces. Tier 3 came out first, 18,500 sales for face mask, 17,400 sales for chest plate, then clothing appeared. Both of these had over 22,000 sales. There was an excess amount in comparison to these in the thousands. And because of that, more of these appeared on the third-party sites, more of these appeared on the Steam market, people were undercutting each other, prices were going down, it struggled. But the other pieces were perfectly fine. So, yes, this is why I look at these JPEG hoodie and pants and I think, right, I'm a bit worried now, aren't I? So, I am probably going to do 80 cents to $1. Because I do think these are going to struggle, but I don't know. We could potentially see, we could potentially see that Tier 3 being accepted over the course of the next 3 weeks, couldn't we? So I do also anticipate that if this gets accepted, reactionary nature of the Rust economy, this is going to shoot up in price regardless. Doesn't matter if it's oversaturated, it still jump up in price. I've seen that happen with the likes of the low poly collection, even when it had low demand, when it struggled, still went up in price when a new core piece appeared. So, yeah, maybe you just want to do $1. Maybe you want to be a bit more aggressive. The more faith you have, the higher the price I'd go with it. But I feel like I want to play it a bit more safer, so I'm probably going to go between maybe 80 cents to maybe $1.10. That's my answer. If you think, you know what, I really do think we're going to see the JPEG Tier 3 being accepted somewhat soon, that's fine. But do remember, there are people out there that are very impatient, and when they don't see when expectations don't happen within the next week or two for them, they start unloading their stock onto the Steam market. That's to be expected. So I do feel like JPEG Tier 3 will be accepted, but I don't think it's going to happen soon, but I do expect it to happen, so I reckon maybe 3 weeks' time. For tomorrow's roster rotation, I'm hoping I see Elite Crate Tier 2, I'm hoping I see Frosty Hoodie Pants version 2 and whatnot. You know me, I've been screaming about it for such a long time, but yeah, that's the prices I would go for, so yes. Right, so then we have the pizza bandana and the poncho. These are in a funny position. First of all, pizza poncho. It was the 7th poncho of 2022, wasn't it? We had a lot of ponchos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the least selling poncho out of the entire year. Not surprised because, well, with the stupid amounts of these that were bought, they kind of went a bit wacky, didn't they? They kind of went a bit ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm not surprised at all that people were very cautious and didn't really want to put too much money down, didn't want to buy too many of these. Totally understandable. People have learned from the mistakes. Yes, the Raven poncho and the Blackout poncho did go up in price, that's nice, but all the other ones, So, this didn't have that many sales, but we have recently seen a lot of ponchos. Will we potentially see a whole lot more ponchos in the near future? That could very likely happen. That's one thing I'm cautious about. But with the bandana, I'm kind of feeling pretty confident with it. When we see bandanas with that are part of a collection, right? They tend to do very nicely. Corrupted collection up 13%, Rainbow Pony up 53%, Dragon Rage bandana up 77%. Pixel bandana is down by 3% at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised that it'll bounce back up if we do start seeing some pixel armor in the future, maybe, possibly. But yeah, pizza bandana seems to be in a very similar position as all of these. I do believe we will be seeing some more pizza collection skins. Jimmick did say that. Jimmick does want to make some more pizza skins, so it hasn't sold that many, 9,600, in comparison to 15,000, 12,000, and 27,000, and 19,000, and 37,000. So it's not a ridiculously high amount. That's all good. So with this, I think I'm going to do 70 cents to $1. Maybe a bit more, but I don't. On the horizon, I don't see any more pizza skins at the moment. Not in the workshop, at least, is what I'm saying. But I do feel confident with that bandana. But with the poncho, I do worry we're going to see loads more ponchos in the future. Again, because they have been selling well. But the fact that this only sold 9,000, Face Punch might turn around and say, you know what? I think we've done too many poncho skins in such a short amount of time. Maybe we need to relax on it a bit. Maybe we need to not do so many poncho skins from now on. That likely could happen because, yeah, the Christmas one and this one have not sold insanely compared to the other ones. So with that, that's also a potential positive. So yeah, I look forward to these, but with this one, 70 cents to $1 with this one. What's the cheapest poncho right now? Because this is a $2 poncho, that's the problem. Lowest price, it's the Spiderweb, 78 cents. But that looks cooler than the Spiderweb. I reckon the best comparison might be Chainmail. I reckon 70 cents to $1 as well, yeah. If you want to be more aggressive, more successful in actually buying these, maybe push it up to around $1.20, $1.30. Damn it, I'm so conflicted because I do think we're going to see some more pizza skins in the future, but it's just not in the near future. And yeah, and I also think we are going to see some more poncho skins in 2023. So yeah, I think maybe 80 cents to $1.20. I think I'll go with that. I think I'm going to go with that. So I can accept potentially buying a lot of these at $1.20 if we don't see a pizza skin for a while. But I do think Mr. Jimmick will be making some more pizza skins that will get accepted. But I don't know what. what might we see? You tell me. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that is my answer for all of those skins. So this was $1.30 to $1.60. This was 80 cents to $1.10, and these are 70 cents to $1 and 80 cents to $1.20. Yeah, because you've got to take into consideration this is selling for $2. This is selling for $1.49. And then you've also got to understand, do you want to do multiple account buy orders today? Because you got to understand that this is the very beginning of the year. After a good extra week or two, the prices aren't going to be great or as good as they are now. And people might start selling. People might start dumping. And prices are going to suffer. So your relatively high buy order might end up getting dumped onto. People might unload all their stock onto you. This is why I'm cautious. So if you want to play it extra safe today, I don't blame you. Because when times are bad again, and compared from now, any comparison is worse than now. Because post-Christmas time is the best time to sell your skins. They are selling at their best prices. But as I was saying, yes, if there is a bad time, let's say in February or March, then we might likely struggle, and people might likely unload their stock onto you if you're too high of a buy order. Maybe you only want to play it safe. Does that make sense to you? So I've given you a lot of optimism, but now I'm ending it off with some cautiousness, some worry. So, all right, does that make sense? So, yeah, $1.30 to $1.60. 70 cents, no, 80 cents to $1.10, 70 cents to $1, 80 cents to $1.20. That's my answer. So what we'll do is we'll skip ahead to the future, and then we'll do the buy orders, of course. So, right then, gentlemen. So we are about 45 seconds away until we obviously get the skins, and I am in a good position. I'm all nice and set up. We've discussed the prices earlier. Everything seems to be perfectly fine. I was just talking to my chat saying you might want to figure out a strategy. If, for example, everyone's trying to focus the Blue Lotus box, why not focus the likes of the pizza bandana instead? Try and get the fastest buy order in that. If you know loads of people are going to be going for one thing, go for something else, If you don't have that much money, this is the better option. So, yeah, 10 seconds to go. So, best of luck to all of you. The first abnormal buy orders of 2023. Hopefully, they all go to me. Come on, VPN, don't be slow on me. Alright. Oh dear. Yeah, this is, is anyone awake? There you go. Thank you very much. 1, 2. Pizza bandana. What is it? It's a pizza bandana. Can you say it again? Pizza bandana. Right. Oh, there you go. That's what I need. Oh, no. Pants. Wait, where are the pants? The pants are here. There you go. Thank you, pants. Whoever just bid that low price, I think you've bid a bit too low, buddy. I think you've bid too low. Just giving you a heads up. I think you've done it a little bit too low. Right. So I'm about to do my second half of the buy orders, but we'll just skip ahead. So, okay, so it's been about 6 minutes. Let's go take a look at all the buy order support. So the Blue Lotus box has almost 2,000 requests to buy, but let's go see if there's like some dodgy stuff going on. Is there a stupidly high buy order amount? So, yeah, well, there's 600 here at $1. I don't know who this is, and I don't know if that's going to stay there forever. I doubt it. So, yeah, bulk of the buy orders, plenty of them above $1. Loads here, loads there. But, yeah, the vast majority seems to be right there. But, as I said, the box was looking to be a perfectly fine investment. And, well, the buy orders are going strong all the way up to $1.70. That's looking really good, chat. Honestly, right now, if you were to buy something tomorrow, or right now, I'd go ahead and buy the Blue Lotus box. You do have to take into consideration, though. Do be aware of this. When times are bad again in the future, If your buy order is too high and people start unloading all of their stock, they're going to land on you. You're going to end up buying a whole bunch of them. It's the beginning of the year. Prices are very good at the moment, but they're not always going to be good. When we enter February, March time, prices are going to dip again, and then we'll have to wait until maybe April again, like last year, where they randomly all went up in price, or the summer. But we do have a CSGO operation during May again, so that likely will cause problems for us all over again. So with that, with something like this, it's looking very strong. I'm confident with it. Will it be selling above $2 for a while? I expect so, but my honest answer is I think it's literally going to be sticking around $2 for a long time. So, yes, you would have to wait until there's another really positive time to sell these for a very nice profit. That likely will happen between now and post-Christmas. There will be one, whether it's going to be late April, early May again, or some point in the summer. We shall see. So, let's now quickly take a look at the likes of the JPEG pants. Obviously, these are selling for $1.49. Buy orders are looking very strong for these. They're looking okay. No issues, no problems. But, as I said, it's all a case of how long will it take for the JPEG Tier 3 to come out, to finally be accepted. I don't think we're going to immediately get it accepted tomorrow. If it does, I'd be happy, but I'd be surprised. Yes, it's going to be fun, but I've seen situations like this in the past. I don't expect the Tier 3 to be appearing tomorrow. At the very least, I think it would happen the week after or the week after that. So, yeah, that's what I am expecting. So, yeah, buy order requests looking very strong here. The vast majority of them definitely are above $1. Or, actually, no, sorry, let me repeat, close to $1. Close to $1, and then slightly above $1, and looking very strong all the way up to around $1.26. If we don't see that Tier 3 being accepted over the course of 2 weeks, then people will get impatient. People will unload their stock to the highest buy orders, so do be prepared for that. Investor impatience is something that happens many, many times. It always happens. It always happens. So the more you are aware of it, the more cautious you will be about it. I hope. I've warned you. I've warned you enough. Right. So then, of course, we have the JPEG hoodie, which is pretty much near enough the exact same thing. Bulk of the buy orders. Well, you've got a big fat 300 here. This has more. This is weird. This has... Yeah, that buy order there has a lot more. So there's the extra 200 in comparison to the other. But yeah, bulk of the buy order is pretty much exactly the same. If we don't see the Tier 3 being accepted for a while, then yeah, we're going to see problems. But of course, regardless, when we do eventually, hopefully, see it being accepted, reactionary nature of the Rust economy jumps up in price. So I expect nice things, but I am cautious that bad things will happen based on the amount of sales that have happened. Yeah. Then we've got the pizza bandana. This is selling for $1.49, is it? And yeah, so we're noticing something here. The buy orders only went up to $1. I guess people just aren't super invested into this one compared to the other skins that we've seen. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I think people are just more cautious with bandanas. They are aware that bandanas can go pretty bad after a while, but when times are good, bandanas do sell very nicely. Now remember what I said, Mr. Jimmick, he might be making some more pizza skins. He has said he wants to, he's just figuring out ideas. This week he did take a break, maybe we'll see one next week, maybe we'll see one the week after that, you never know. But I do expect more pizza skins to be submitted, and I do think we will be seeing some more being accepted. Fingers crossed. So with that, I wouldn't be surprised if the pizza bandana probably jumps up in price when we see new pizza skins being accepted. It's just a matter of when, and if it takes too long, investor impatience might happen, prices might go down, we shall see. But let's also not forget, there wasn't that many sales. I think we're going to barely hit 10,000 sales with this, and that's okay. Not too many sales equals there's a better chance that there wasn't so many people buying these in excess. So with that, we would expect not too many being thrown onto the Steam market. That's a positive. Honestly, probably not a bad idea to maybe consider doing some purchases. But with so much open space here, why not just do a higher buy order? That's my opinion. So, yeah, we shall see. Then we've got the pizza poncho. Now, of course, ponchos are a bit awkward. This is selling for $1.99 in a Rust store, and, well, the highest buy order is going up to $1.30. So people are cautious, people are wary, but, the price still only went up to $1.35, so it's not matching up to that $2 mark. Yeah, not surprised by this. There's loads of buy orders down here, I've noticed that. But, in the situation we're in right now, I don't know. It's the least selling poncho skin within the past 365 days. Would that be good? And would it go up in price nicely if we do see some more skins? I do expect that. But I just don't know if it's going to go up in price that much. Is it a worthy, super interesting, super viable investment? I don't know. It's so awkward, because what happens if this year they randomly decide to not add any more ponchos whatsoever? And we have a big drought, then that easily would go up in price. But I still think, based on the fact that we have seen quite an insane amount of sales over the past year, that they will do them every now and then. But the most recent ones have barely gone over 10,000 sales. I think Face Punch are going to cool down on it a bit. So this potentially might be doing well because of that. We shall see. But at the moment, the only thing I would feel fairly strongly confident to jump in and actually buy would be this Blue Lotus box. For something that definitely would hold its value and do quite well in terms of, I desperately need to buy something, what should I do? Well, I already bought 50 of these. In my situation where I'm selling so many Rust skins at the moment, I bought 50 of these because I thought, at the very least, it's going to hold its value, most likely. I am expecting more skins to be added to this collection, and at the very least, if I waited until next post-Christmas, which I easily can, then I'll just sell it then for a profit. That's fine. It held my money, and that's all I need. It's like a bond. You put your money in, you wait a long time, you get it back, and you get more money. That's good. And that's perfectly fine for my situation. So, yep, that's my answer. Yeah. So there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Well, two more. We need to talk about what prices we might want to do for the skins tomorrow. But, yeah, Rabbit Mask has appeared. Lunar New Year skins will be expected for January 19th. So not tomorrow, not next week, but the week after that, Chinese New Year skins, the year of the rabbit. So you might immediately think, oh, is that going to be valuable? No. I'll talk more about that when they actually appear. But yes, Chinese New Year is just around the corner in 2 weeks' time, so get prepared for that. Right, let's now talk about the regular skins that will become marketable tomorrow. So we have the Bombshell AK-47. It's an AK-47. It's not going to do well. We are in post-Christmas times. Best time to sell your skins. Let's go take a look at all of the AK skins right now that came out recently. Yeah, they're still in the negative. Well, that one's doing alright. That one's doing alright. But this isn't. Yeah, the vast majority of them are in the negative. So that's awkward, and that's a problem. And that most likely is what's going to happen with that new Bombshell AK. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, that's not looking like it's going to hold its value. So for tomorrow, we're going to do 70 cents to 90 cents for our buy order. Around the price range of what metal sells for, because worst case scenario, with a cheap weapon or tool, you can always just turn it into metal and sell the metal. Then we've got the Tribalized SAR. Didn't sell insanely. Did quite alright though. Better than what I was expecting. I mean, it did better than the JPEG stuff. But yeah. How many SAR skins have we had recently? Quite a lot. But the recent ones aren't doing too bad. This is in the positive, this is in the positive, this is on the cusp of being evens, slightly in the positive, nicely in the positive, slightly in the positive. But yeah, when it's not super great times, SAR skins do kind of end up around just below their Rust store price. So this Tribalized SAR, I am not super confident with it. But we might see more Tribalized skins. Correct, that could happen. I would have to wait and see. But, Banger SAR is part of the Banger collection that has loads of skins, and that's still down by 10%. Military SAR is part of a collection that has clothing and armour and whatnot, and that's down by 30%, and didn't have that many sales. So, yeah, I am just probably going to do a safe buy order of 70 cents to 90 cents. Maybe I'll push it up and go to around $1.10. You know what? The smart thing to do is, go check the cheapest SAR skin that's currently available. Cheapest SAR skin currently available is $1.28. So a $1.10 buy order might not be too bad, would it? So, okay, that's good. Maybe go do that. But also don't forget, we're in the good times. What's going to happen when we're in the bad times? Well, that SAR skin might get super cheap. But like I said, there's some potential positives. We might see more skins being added to that. But it is Kozlov's first ever skin. Will he be getting any more accepted? We shall see. So, then we've got the prototype saw. And I'm sorry, Zed Skipper. but the recent salvage sword skins have not performed very nicely. We are selling right now, best time to sell your skins. This is down by 30%, this is down by 37%. Now it is unique, I will give it that, but these are unique as well, so then we kind of take that back again. I kind of think it's going to end up much like the Chris sword. But there's one thing about the Chris sword, and that's the fact that it's not got that many on the Steam market, which is quite a surprise, but it's still not doing that good. So I guess it's a demand issue. It's most likely a case of people just don't care too much about savage swords in general. So yeah, that might be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order situation. So yeah, that's basically it. It's just a case of just bid low. It's the safest thing to do. Yeah, that's basically it. That's the regular skins for tomorrow when the Rust Store rotates. And I do look forward to potentially finding out what we're going to see. Wipe Day tomorrow could instigate a whole bunch more people coming back, playing the game, and we're probably going to see a lovely uptick in players. Well, we will. Last year, December 2021, 75,000 players average. January 2022, 90,000 average. February, 86,000 average. So with more people playing, I mean, even more than now, I would expect a lot more people wanting to buy skins and skin prices going back up again. What I expect is the momentum for the Rust skins will continue, prices will stay high. I mean, what's a good thing that we could show off? Tempered Thompson, that's actually a fairly good one, always on the front page, and you can see it nice and easy right there. It's been a lovely trend upwards. And you might see it's kind of slowly going down a bit. It's holding up nicely enough. But if we see more people playing, I wouldn't be surprised if it slightly goes back up again. That's the hope. That's the hope. But I did forecast that the post-Christmas time would probably only end up going on until around the middle of January. But then we have Chinese New Year on the 22nd. So will we see Chinese New Year money being thrown onto Rust skins? I don't know. But we'll find out. So there's some potential positives on the horizon, and that's the reason why I brought up the Chinese New Year face masks there. Will we see even more money being thrown down because of player count, Chinese New Year? We shall see. And I really do think Face Punch is going to be putting out a very interesting Rust Store rotation tomorrow. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, alright. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and have a lovely night.